Today I'm going to talk about a feature in Salto that allows you to restore your NetSuite environment to a previous state. Now, if your admins are making changes directly in production, you run the risk of them deleting key configurations or making modifications to existing configurations that could essentially break how NetSuite is working for your end users. And with this restore feature in Salto, you can easily restore any deleted configuration. So the example I'm going to walk through today is a situation where someone has deleted a workflow in production, and I'm going to use Salto to quickly restore it back to the exact state that it was when it was deleted. So I've been using monitors in Salto to send a notification to email anytime a workflow is removed. And I just got one of these alerts. It told me that this particular workflow was removed. Now, of course, I could use this file as a basis of getting this configuration back, but we've got an even easier way to do that in Salto. If you're familiar with Salto's deployment functionality, you know that you can deploy changes between any two environments, like, for example, promoting changes from a sandbox environment to production, or even back promoting changes made directly in production back to sandbox to keep your environments aligned. And the ability to restore an environment to a previous state is part of the deployment feature in Salto. So to start one of these restore deployments, select Restore to a previous version. Now I can choose a previous version to restore back to. These are all based off of the scheduled fetches that are ran in the environment, hourly, daily, weekly, as well as any manual fetches that are ran. And I know that this was deleted pretty recently, so I'm going to choose this particular version to revert back to. So I'm going to create this deployment. Salto is going to take a look at all the changes that have taken place since that time and allow me to select those to restore back to. Here are all the changes that Salto has detected between that version and now. And sure enough, I can see this particular workflow. Now, if I ever want to change the version, I can edit up here and choose another version to restore back to. I can go ahead and create the deployment preview. This is going to run through the Salto deployment process and make sure that we have everything that we need to be able to add this workflow back into my production environment. So now I'm ready to deploy this change, which is going to push that workflow right back into production, the exact workflow that was deleted. So I'll go ahead and click Deploy and Push. And now the deployment is going to run and restore that workflow. And now that the deployment is done, I've got that workflow deployed and it has been successfully restored in production. So even though someone accidentally deleted that workflow, not only was I alerted about it through Salto, but I was able to also use Salto to restore it. Now this feature is available today in your Salto account just by connecting and running a fetch on your NetSuite environments.